big business gets its way, China usually does too. And with a number of GOP senators hitting the exits after this term, some of them are really showing their true colors. Now, for years, dictators, criminal organizations, and corrupt foreign officials have used the U.S. financial system to launder their money. Of course, the biggest abuser of all is China. Now, to combat this practice, an early version of Congress's annual defense package had included a bill that required professionals who serve foreign elites to ensure that they do not aid and abet these money laundering practices. But that common sense provision was blocked from the final version when Republican Senator Pat Toomey opposed it. I mean, this is beyond shameful. But where some federal politicians are failing, Republican state leaders are stepping up to fill the void. Today, Governor Kristi of South Dakota called for immediate review of her state's investments to determine if taxpayer dollars are being invested in companies that pose a threat to our national security, like those, of course, in communist China. Republican South Dakota Governor Kristi joins us now. Governor Noem, the fact that Senator Toomey would oppose this provision in the Defense Authorization Act, I mean, just your reaction to that before we get to what you're trying to do.
Well, I think it's alarming. It's clear that China is an enemy of the United States of America. They hate us, and that we should be doing everything we can to protect the citizens of this country from them and their actions. So today in our state, I called on the South Dakota Investment Council to do a review of how we invest taxpayer dollars. They have 7 days to get that review to me. They are conducting that. In fact, I was notified today that they've already pulled funds out of 2 Chinese companies that we were investing in apparently here in our state. And in 7 days, we'll look at other funds that may have a presence from communist China. I think it's important that we not only look at the real threat that China is, how they're gathering information on our citizens, how they're using it against us, how they're buying up our ag land and buying up our food supply systems, besides building up their military, stealing our IP and manipulating their currency. They have a long-term plan to dominate the United States of America and destroy us. And Republicans and Democrats alike need to wake up. We don't have a president that's protecting us. It's up to us to take action as leaders everywhere that we can.
Of course, Governor, the White House just kind of casually brushes the China threat off. Watch.
Under President Biden, we are more prepared to outcompete China, protect our national security, and advance a free and open Indo-Pacific than ever before.
Does there need to be a review of the whole relationship with China?
I would refer you to Congress on their internal process here.
Well, internal process, Governor, as the Toomey move just showed us, leaving this to Congress has allowed China to buy up so much American industry, food, land, and the sovereign funds that are here, and apparently, state pension funds, and all the rest of it entangles China. So Congress isn't doing its job, at least not yet.
Laura, I've been talking about this for 20 years. I'm a farmer and a rancher, and I oversaw federal farm programs in our state for many years before I ever went to Congress and now served as governor. I saw what China was doing. They were buying our fertilizer companies. They were buying our chemical companies. They were coming in and buying up our manufacturing facilities, our processing facilities. I had a lot of problems a couple of years ago during COVID with a meat packing plant. It was a Chinese-owned company that didn't care about its people, didn't care about the United States or protecting us, and they made it very difficult for me to do my job as governor and do the right thing for our people here. So this is not a new plan that China has. They've hated us for generations. They have thousands of years a plan to be a world power again, and they are. They're getting stronger and stronger, and our president could take action today to strengthen the United States. He's refusing to, and apparently some senators are helping.
Well, Governor, I don't think too many Americans own meat packing plants in China. We appreciate it. It's great to see you tonight. Thank you.